Imagine a narrow coastal pass. Cold wind blows from the sea. On one side stand 500 warriors from the north, Vikings, brutal and experienced fighters who have spent years raiding and fighting across Europe. On the other side, only 300 Spartans, warriors from the legendary army of Leonidas I, men trained from childhood for one purpose: war. Shields, spears, bronze helmets, and a level of discipline that made Spartans one of the most feared infantry forces of the ancient world. 500 against 300. Who would win? The Vikings step off their longships, heavy shields, battle axes, swords. Many of them are bigger and physically stronger than the Spartans. They are used to chaotic and brutal hand-to-hand combat, but the Spartans remain calm. They form a tight line, shield to shield. This is the famous Spartan phalanx. Each warrior protects himself and the man next to him. Breaking this formation is extremely difficult. Vikings don't like waiting. They begin the attack almost immediately. War cries echo along the shore. They charge forward, hoping to break the Spartan line with sheer force. But the Spartans do not move. Their commander raises his spear, and the moment the enemy gets close, the phalanx steps forward. 300 spears strike at once. The first line of Vikings falls instantly. They didn't expect such coordination, but Vikings are fearless fighters. They keep pushing forward. Now, the real fight begins. Vikings swing their axes at Spartan shields. Some shields crack, but the Spartans quickly close the gaps. They move like a single unit. Step forward, thrust with the spear, step back. Shields lock together again. Every Spartan protects the warrior beside him. The Vikings fight fiercely, but their attacks are less organized. They fight as individuals, and that begins to work against them. After several minutes, the ground in front of the phalanx is covered with fallen warriors. But the Vikings still have the numbers, 500 against 300. They begin trying to move around the Spartan flanks. If they attack from the sides, the phalanx could collapse. The Spartan commander sees the danger. He quickly gives an order. The phalanx slowly moves backward, but not in panic. They retreat toward a narrow space between rocks. Now the Vikings can't surround them. The battle returns to a direct frontal fight. The Vikings launch another assault. Axes crash against shields. Some Spartan spears break. Now short swords are drawn. The fighting becomes close and chaotic, but Spartan discipline still holds. They maintain the formation. Every step forward is hard, but every Viking attack costs them dozens of men. After nearly half an hour of fighting, both sides are exhausted. The Vikings have already lost more than 100 warriors. The Spartans have losses too, but their formation still stands. That is the key difference. Vikings fight as individual warriors. Spartans fight as one body. Realizing the battle is dragging on, the Vikings gather their remaining strength. They launch one last massive attack, almost all at once. The sound of shields, metal, and war cries fills the battlefield. But the Spartans do what they have trained their whole lives to do. They hold the line, shield to shield, spears forward, step, then another step. Slowly, the Viking line begins to break. Some start retreating, others continue fighting, but their formation is gone. When the battle finally ends, the ground is covered with weapons and broken shields. The Vikings have lost most of their warriors. The survivors retreat back to their ships. The Spartans have paid a price too, but their discipline, formation, and tactics proved stronger. Vikings were powerful and fearless fighters. But Spartans were something different. They were an army built on discipline and unity. And sometimes in battle, victory doesn't belong to the strongest individual. It belongs to the side that fights as one.